Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back to another horror movie review. Today we'll be continuing the Critters franchise, and I know it's kind of a weird franchise. Just figured I'd start it for Easter, just around the Easter time, because I know this one I'll be covering definitely takes place at Easter. Not all of them do, but also it's a shorter franchise, so I can get through it pretty quick if some of these movies are bad, but so far they haven't been, and especially coming up with this one. The movie I'll be reviewing today is Critters 2, the main course. First off, love the cover art here. The huge critter ball on the ground. Scream Factory does a lot of good cover arts for their movies. Here's the back, the spine. It is a reversible cover art, if you cannot see right there. I just prefer this one. It looks a lot better, and kind of just the other one that's on here is literally just a rehash of the first cover, except the Critters holding a number 2. So, yeah, definitely much prefer this cover art. Anyway, Critters 2, what is it about? So, Critters 2 takes place a couple years, or 2 years after the events of the first film, and the town of Grover's Bend have moved on from the Critters phase. They didn't believe the Browns when it happened. They thought they were just telling stories, and everything. Charlie has gone with the bounty hunters, and he is training with them. We see that at the start of the movie. But this movie takes place around Easter, and Grover's Bend is having their annual Easter egg hunt or something like that at their church. And we see Bradley Brown, or just Brad, we see him come back. And he is also played by Scott Grimes, who also played him in the first film. Not sure if he comes back for any of the other movies, but I know he's in here for these first two. He's visiting here for Easter vacation because his Nana, or grandmother, still lives in Grover's Bend. So he comes back, of course, seeing as how everybody didn't believe the Brown family. He gets ridiculed, he gets made fun of. The usual. I mean, you see that a lot. The previous sheriff, Sheriff Harv, he got voted out because, he was there to witness everything as well, and nobody believed him. So he got voted out, and there's a new sheriff in town. The new sheriff is actually playing as the bunny rabbit for the Easter egg hunt. However, unfortunately, unbeknownst to them, a couple people who were scouting for eggs to use as for Easter egg hunts, they came across the eggs the Critters had laid at the end of the first film in the Brown barn. And the farmhouse, well, not necessarily farmhouse, but the house, the Browns family's house, is now being used as a daycare center, and the farm had the eggs from the previous movie, so people found it and thought they'd just be cool Easter eggs. Well, unbeknownst to them, the eggs start hatching, and the town has a critter fest, and it gets let loose once again. And so now Brad has to step up and stop the attack. Critters 2 was definitely a more interesting sequel. It's still rated PG-13. I believe most of these films are PG-13. I'm not sure about the fifth one, but I think the 4 that I had in that collection are PG-13. The fifth one may be PG-13. I need to take a look at it when I get the chance. But yeah, of course, it being a PG-13 movie, it's not going to have as much gore, as much kills, because they need to keep that rating. If they do any more of that, it's going to be a rated R rating, which that'd be kind of funny for a Critters movie. Anyway, I think the setup this time around, I actually enjoy a bit more than the original film. I just like the idea of Charlie being a bounty hunter now. They really ramped up his character arc a lot in this film, and I definitely think it's for the better. I'm not sure if he appears in any of the other films. He might, but we'll take a look at that once I get to Critters 3 and 4. So, I do like him being brought back. He was amazing as his role. Brad coming back, great as always. Scott Grimes, amazing actor. I believe he voices the main guy in Futurama. I forget his name, but yeah, he does voice him. So it's always a pleasure seeing him come back for this film. I think his character progression is a bit slower at times, but I still enjoy it. The critters themselves, or the Krites, you see them a lot more. It's not as dark. It's not like a dark film. It really only gets dark until like right towards the end. Most of it is just like bright scenery and everything. I do like the fact that you get to see them a lot more. Similar to how I said about Child's Play 2, I like the villains are just up front right at the beginning, and you get to see them a lot. So that's always nice. Kyoto Brothers came back once again to do the film and work on the critters. I think their practical effects are amazing. As I talked about previously with Killer Clowns and the last Critters movie, they do a great job. I'm not sure what all they have worked on, but I'd have to take a look and see. I do know they've done a lot throughout their career. The kills, while not, I think there might be like one or two more kills in the first one. They honestly do kind of get a bit bloodier, but it's not like super bad. It's like there's one where this critter ball just like runs over a guy and just eats him, like eats all his skin off, and it's just a twitching bloody skeleton. I'm surprised that passed for a PG-13 movie. I'm be so honest. It was crazy to me that they let that pass. It was a cool kill. I think my favorite kill in the movie, but still, I'm shocked they let that slide. Other than that, it's not as, many kills as your typical slasher, but that's obviously known for a PG-13 movie. The ending definitely got me at first, especially with what happened with some of the characters. I thought everything was kind of sad, to be honest. It was kind of sad, but then it's got better towards the end. Not as sad. So, yeah, I think the ending was honestly a bit more uplifting and more action-packed than the previous film. Besides that, I think some of the other side characters that we get are kind of interesting, but not really. Um, you know, Lee, it's always nice to have them brought back. And something happens to one of them that I won't say, but it really is terrible what happens to them, and you'll understand once you watch this movie. And it's interesting to me that they were able to pull off such an amazing sequel, because a lot of these lower budget films, I think this one had a little bit more than the first one, but not by much. It's surprising what they can do with that kind of budget. It really is. Just a great film to watch. Definitely one of my favorite sequels that I've watched in a bit. I know I just came back to this channel, so obviously that is saying something. But this is one of the better monster or creature feature series that I've watched. It may get worse later on. I don't know. But, I mean, this happens with a lot of the lower budget horror films. I think the next one even has Leonardo DiCaprio in it, or one of them does. That's crazy to me. Leonardo DiCaprio starring in a Critters movie. You never heard of that. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the review. That's all I can really think of. Like I said, Mick Garris, awesome director. I believe he did the first one as well. Really great guy. Barry Opper, who I think is the brother that plays Charlie. He produced the film, and I've seen some interviews with the cast and crew. Seems like a pretty chill guy. And yeah, Scott Grimes, Don Opper. Yeah, Don Opper is Barry Opper's brother. And then Leanne Curtis, she plays Brad's love interest in this film. So romance is in there with this. So other than that, when we're talking like an Easter film, I think this is really like the only true Easter film that you will get in a horror genre. I know there's some like The Bunny Man, but besides that, I can't really think of a lot. This is really one of the only ones that I know is kind of Easter related. So this video is probably going to go up around Easter or a little bit before Easter. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. But anyway, that has been it for my review on Critters 2, the main course. Really solid film. I recommend it. It's really hard to choose between this and the first film because I think both are great. So once I do a ranking, we'll see where it lies. But for now, if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about a 4 out of 5. Listen to me. Scale of 1 to 10. If I had to give it rate it on a scale of 1 to 5, there, I can talk now. I'd give it about a 4 out of 5. Really solid film. Like I said, the pacing is a bit quicker. Some of the side characters aren't as interesting as the first one, but I think this makes up for it with the better kills. Well, not graphic, just better kills. And just the way the Krites are introduced. And, of course, the bounty hunters coming back. That's always amazing. So, that has been it for my review on Critters 2. What is everyone's thoughts on the film? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would really love to hear your thoughts on it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next horror movie review. Could be Critters 3, could be something else. But stay tuned. God bless, and have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.